Hey guys!
Hi everyone!
Welcome to another video, guys, and Happy New Year's to everybody that's watching.
2019!
It's crazy, we're already in January.
We hope this is your year.
Yeah. If you haven't entered yet, you still have a chance to win the Wandxr bus.
You have a couple weeks left to buy a postcard. Each postcard you buy gives you one chance at winning our 1973 Volkswagen bus.
This real bus right now, right here. The real one. The real Wandxr bus.
So you have until January 18th to buy your ticket, and we will announce the winner on January 20th. You also win a free flight to LA so that you can pick up the van and meet us and start your own adventure.
We're gonna give you more details at the end of this video, so stick around. What a year it's been.
It's funny because looking back, I feel like nothing happened. Like we were just kind of stuck for a big part of the year. But then whenever I actually go over the footage, I'm like, you know what, we got to go to some pretty cool places. And
that's true.
Maybe a lot didn't happen on the outside, but it sure happened on the inside.
And we actually did something, at least one thing, every month. So we're gonna break down each month, starting by January of last year. I have to have my notes with me because otherwise I'm gonna start talking about random stuff, and I wanna keep on track and keep it pretty short.
January. We started off the new year by adventuring to one of our favorite places, Joshua Tree, California. We love going there. It's super fun going in our van. We got to meet up with some friends and the dogs really enjoyed it. And it was just a nice way to get away and spend some time in our van because we hadn't for a little while.
Yep. After that we went back, had a little bit of a break, and then I surprised Sabrina for a little trip to Palm Springs where I had a resort planned out, and we celebrated our 3-year wedding anniversary over there.
I had no idea where we were going. I knew we were going to Palm Springs, but I honestly thought that we were just going to stay in the van or something, but we ended up staying like at a pretty nice hotel, and it was really fun.
It was fun. It was fun, but it was time to get back in the van. So in February...
Alright, let's go. We had this big trip planned to go to Baja. Like, we did not want to get rid of the Wandxr bus before we went to Mexico. So we started working our way down the coast. So first stop was Los Angeles.
Yes, and more precisely, Venice Beach. A nice little stop.
You feel like you just fit in.
Van life in Los Angeles.
You can be yourself and nobody will judge you. It's good vibes all around.
And LA has so much to offer, and we started driving all the way up to Hollywood.
March, we spent some time exploring LA and doing our favorite things to do, which was hiking in the Hollywood Hills, going to Runyon, we did Melrose Flea Market, we went to Griffith, everything that LA had to offer, so it's really fun to return there and do it with our van and with our dog chair.
And after that we headed to Huntington Beach, where we spent a nice part of the month hanging out at the beach.
For those of you who don't know, LA is just above Orange County. So if you're trying to work your way south to Mexico from LA, you're gonna pass through Orange County. So we were just enjoying the stops along the way. It was also still kind of winter, and even though it's warmer in Baja, the weather just hadn't warmed up to where we wanted it yet. So we were going a little slow. And also we needed to replace our drone which we crashed.
Yeah, so we were pretty much waiting in the area. We also took the time to fix up some things on the bus.
Like one day the sliding door fell off.
Yeah, so it really needed to be fixed. The crazy part is that that day I fixed it on the parking lot in Home Depot, and I didn't fix it, I broke it even more. I ended up buying a new part and replacing it further down to San Diego. But
the door weighs like a ton, right? Like these cars are just, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like a really old car, so the door is super heavy. And the only way that he could work on the hinge of the sliding door was by putting it on one of those big orange carts at Home Depot. And we were just in the parking lot, like Austin was wandering around, I'm like brushing my teeth and making pasta, and Jimmy's like trying to fix the door.
And then April came. We arrived to
San Diego!
San Diego.
Oh, we love it so much.
San Diego, baby.
San Diego. My favorite part of van life is this.
Yeah, we had a great time hanging out by the beach again, soaking the sun. The dogs were running free on Fiesta Island. It was amazing.
The only place better for van life in California besides LA and Venice is San Diego. There's so many parks, beautiful places to explore, and there's a lot of people living in a van. So
a lot of handlers.
You don't really feel out of place.
Yes. Do you remember in April we launched our merch?
Yeah.
For us, launching our merch was kind of a first. And even if it's not exactly what we expected, we were still proud and happy to make it happen.
Thank you everyone who supported us along the way.
Yeah.
It's really cool to see that you guys actually care.
That was amazing, all the support we got back from you.
I love seeing your photos and our sweaters. It's just so cute. And the fact that we get to give back because of you, it feels great.
But overall, April was a pretty quiet month where we spent a lot of time on our laptops, a lot of working and setting up our website.
And we were mostly preparing to go to Baja.
Highlight of the month of May. We spent 2.5 weeks over there because my visa was expiring, so we couldn't stay longer, but I wish we could have.
Your green card.
What did I say?
Visa.
Oh yeah.
It makes you sound like we're not really married.
Oh, that's true, my bad.
That we're frauds.
Rectification right here. We could only stay for 2.5 weeks because my green card was expiring. Sadly, we wish we could have stayed longer, but it was still amazing. It was great.
Baja was unbelievable. It was one of our best experiences we've ever had.
And also, so challenging. You know, being in the US, you get used to the comfort and the security, having amenities around you pretty much all the time.
Gas station every 2 miles.
And you're not grateful at the end of the day because gas stations are everywhere, every corners. But in Baja California, Mexico, this was a whole different story. We encountered so many challenges, but I feel like we learned so much from ourselves overcoming these challenges. So it was very interesting and spiritually a very growing experience.
I think that's the price you pay when you get to experience something so great.
Yeah. Camp on the beach for free.
But we definitely paid for it in experience. Like the pain of the journey is like what we paid, and maybe you guys didn't get to see all of that, but it wasn't like we just like drove out to this beautiful beach and life was so perfect. It was really challenging to get down there, to prepare to get down there, to go through military checkpoints, and the military would be freaking out about Austin.
Overall, Mexico was a beautiful experience, and I really recommend you guys to check it out this year. Remember this moment forever.
Yeah, I will. In June, we returned to LA and we started the end of our California road trip. There were a couple places we wanted to visit for the summer, and of course, where our trip all began, Yosemite, California. If you guys have been to Yosemite, or you've heard of Yosemite, which you probably have, you know how amazing it is and what an honor it is to be able to visit it, especially in a van during the beginning of summer when the waterfalls are still roaring and it's just warm enough to bathe in the lake.
Mornings are always so quiet in nature. I feel like in Yosemite they were not only quiet but so majestic.
It's just the park gets so crowded during the day,
so
like when you wake up for sunrise, it's like the most magical thing to experience it all for yourself.
It's definitely a win. If you're ever in a national park and you want to experience the beauty of a place, wake up for sunrise. It was really fun to appreciate the beauty of those super iconic places in the park and driving our old bus through the valley. And
it felt like the trip had come in a full circle. Like that's the place that we went the day that we bought the van in Sacramento. We drove to Yosemite.
We didn't even check if the engine was fine. We just took it up in the mountains.
Yeah.
And because it was summer, we were also able to visit the west end of the park that is usually closed for winter. That side of the park was a really nice surprise.
As soon as we got out of the park, it was so hot. Like the mountains are elevated, so it's okay. But like when we woke up and we drove to the Alabama hills, we were dying.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know how we survived that. So we only stayed in Alabama hills for the sunrise because it was just way
unbearable.
too hot.
But we had the chance to explore a little bit, climb the rocks before the sun was hitting us too hard, and then we took out on a big drive, highway to hell over there.
It was like 100 degrees.
Dogs were struggling, we were struggling.
Even the van overheated.
The van was struggling as well. We drove from Alabama Hills all the way up to the Sequoia National Forest. Once we got to the Sequoia National Forest, we were super lucky to find a beautiful campsite. We hung out there for a few days, it was really good. And then going down the mountain, it all started to go bad. We broke down. We got stuck for a very long time. I think that's one of our biggest breakdowns on the road. Completely alone, no one to help us, miles away.
Something happened to where it felt like the van was gonna break. The axle was just coming off. I think 2 or 3 things went wrong at the same exact moment. How did this just happen? And it was just fate. Like, fate decided that for whatever reason we needed to endure one more of those Volkswagen mishaps to remember what we got ourselves into in the first place. Maybe we should just make a video about this so you guys can see what we were going through. It was crazy. That was like the last destination on our itinerary, and we knew that we wanted to move on. In a way, it was a failure, but at the same time, it was also kind of a victory. Like, we wandered until there was nothing left in us.
Yeah, a wounded warrior going back home. And then August came around, and the van was fixed up at this point, so we just hung out around Los Angeles, did some fun little couple challenges, got a tattoo. We also drove by Beverly Hills and took some pictures by the beautiful Beverly Hills Hotel, hung out at the park, and
we thought it was really funny that we could be a 90210 resident even if it was just for a day. And also, it was in August when we got news of this potentially large project that we could be involved in. And that's honestly the reason that we're still here. That's the reason that we still haven't gotten rid of the van. That's the reason that we're still sticking around to the point where people just think that we fell off the map. We are waiting for something much larger than us, much larger than anything we've done before, and we're just praying that it works out. If it does, we'll tell you. If it doesn't, we'll tell you. So just be patient with us, and we'll keep you guys updated on that.
Yeah, we don't want to jinx anything yet. We don't want to tell anyone. It's definitely something bigger than YouTube or bigger than anything we've ever done. And yeah,
hopefully it works out.
Yeah, hopefully it does. So in September we didn't do much. We drove to Malibu and spent some time by the beach, because in California in September it's probably one of the best months to hang out. It's also the time when we filmed the expectation versus reality video, which was a pretty fun one to film.
So we spent some time in Huntington too. That was fun. In September we started cleaning the van so that we can sell it, but then we got news from our project that we shouldn't be getting rid of the van because we might need it for at least a little while. So then we were like kind of like sitting ducks. Like, we're like, you know, we know that we want to get out of here, we want to move on with our lives, but we can't sell it just yet. So you know what, let's just take one more trip, which takes us into October. So we went to Joshua Tree, we celebrated Halloween, and we spent the night backpacking, sleeping in our tent. We
didn't really do anything for Halloween, huh? No. We just dressed up for the sake of dressing up as hippies in our classic hippie bus. We always said we would do that once, so checked.
Taking it back to 1973. Peace and love, my friend. In November we did something that we hadn't done for a long time. We went on a plane.
We're hopping on a plane for a little getaway to Jacksonville.
We flew across the country to work on a project. We got to see my childhood BFF. Shout out to you, Mallory, if you're watching this. I love you. She always watches. After that, we came home and we spent some time with my family for the holidays.
Yeah, it was really fun to have that family spirit, especially for all the holidays.
And we also struggled quite a bit. We felt stuck. We still haven't heard back about the project that we mentioned, so we're like just waiting, and we had like nowhere to go. We were trying to save the van to be perfect for whoever gets it next, so we didn't want to like
use it so much, or
put an extra toll on it, or make it dirty, or I don't know. We just don't feel like it's our home anymore. Like, it's somebody else's home, and it's only a matter of time before that happens.
We also launched our giveaway. If you haven't already checked it out, we're giving the Wandxr bus away, and you have a chance to win it.
I know many of you guys may be confused because we did announce this earlier this summer that we wanted to do this, but what we were doing was a raffle. Since then, we have gotten legal advice on a way that we can legally do it to make everyone happy and still make someone's dream come true. So if you guys check out the website, wandxr.co/giveaway, we will leave the link down in the description below. Terms and conditions do apply, so be sure to check them out. And we hope that you guys support us on this journey, and thank you everyone for being here, for watching, for listening. You guys mean so much to us.
We're so grateful for all this.
We know that this year has been crazy for us. It's in a way been more transformative on the inside than it has been entertaining on the outside, so we really appreciate all of you guys for sticking with us through the hard time and for just being there with us and supporting us. You guys really mean the world to us, and we can't wait to show you guys a better 2019.
Just a quick explanation of how you enter the giveaway. you need to be in the US. This is the only way it's legal and the only way it's working. You have to be a US resident and you have to be 18 years or older with a driver's license.
With a valid driver's license.
With a valid driver's license, yes. Can't work if it's from France, can't work if you're from Canada. Sorry, all these people in Canada, can't work.
We wish that we could, you guys. It's definitely not our choice, but that's the only way we can do it.
And as of today, January 6th, 2019, you still have a very high chance to win.
So far we've sold only 250 tickets, and we did have it listed that we wanted to sell at least 1,000, but we just want to pass it on to someone else. So like, we're not going to be so nitpicky on how many we sell. It's time for us to say goodbye, so take the chance. Like, your odds of winning are really high, and to get a Volkswagen bus for $35, that would have been my dream. Like, imagine all the money you save. You could invest it in either like upgrading the van, throwing a new engine in, going on some epic road trip with your best friend.
All the possibilities you can do in this bus, I mean, it's amazing.
Take a chance, buy a postcard, show us some love.
And check us out on our Instagram accounts, because we do a lot of live streams, especially lately, to give you guys updates, answer your questions about the giveaway, about Sabrina's curls, or whatever you guys want to know. So just check us out. Whatever, you know, like whatever you guys want to know, honestly.
It will be a completely random selection. We will not have any say in who's winning the van. It's going to be a computer generated software that's going to randomly select somebody off of the list to win.
Basically, we have a list of names from our website. We take that list, we give it away to this website that is going to do the heavy lifting.
And it's going to just choose, just one time, push of a button. You don't get to re-choose, nothing.
No, nothing, that's it.
We do, like we said, every postcard that you buy gets you an entry into winning. So the more postcards you have, the higher chances that you have. If you buy the bundle, you get 4 postcards for the price of 3, and that gives you an additional entry as well. So check it out.
This is a chance of a lifetime, and we're so excited for the winner. Wow, I can't imagine. So far we've been sales from all over the country. It's incredible to see people from New York, Pennsylvania, Washington State, Oregon, Miami. I mean, all these places, that could be you.
That's it, right?
Yeah, that wraps it all up.
So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you guys in our next video.
Yeah. Peace, guys.
Listen through the night, echoes from afar. It's the sound of war.